Coming at you from Tokyo, Japan, my name is Dave and this is my Toyota Altezza. I was modifying the catch tank and decided that I need to get rid of the filter that came on it. So initially I cut down a bolt and put a slit into it to fill the hole, but I wasn't happy with that. So I bought another bolt, cut that to length, filed it down, fitted it, and I wasn't happy with that either. I don't have a spanner that fits this. Then I started to think that maybe somewhere might actually sell a nicer looking bolt. So I went on a wild goose chase that just resulted in frustration. I got this nut and another bolt from a smaller hardware store. This is the biggest one and they don't have shit. But I got inspired from what the motorcycle shops had and decided I should make something. Need the nut, because I don't want to put the thread into the vise. How big is this? Let's call it 24, which means 12 to the center. I put a bit of paint on there and then scratched it again with this, and I'm a little bit happier with how the lines came out. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not perfectly straight, but it's not terrible. What I got left here, this is down to, I quite like that there, whatever the hell that is. 4 mil, that'll work. That's probably close enough to make something happen. You can't really see what I'm doing because I'm facing the wrong direction as usual. There we go. I need to file it now. It's going to be a lot of this. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. There we go. That's actually pretty cool as it is. I was going to make it round, but I don't know if I'll bother. That's pretty cool. I might leave that. I think that might be it. What do you reckon? Should it stay like that or should I make it round? I reckon the hex kind of does it for me. That is how that is now. I got a mohawk, Right, I need to think about this one. What about like this? How do you feel about that? I think that looks pretty good. I really like this. This is so stupid, but it's just something that adds to the flair of the car. Like, this is a cool piece for me. How do you get that apart, I wonder? What sort of tool have I got that can undo that? I have an idea. What about one of these? No, the holes aren't big enough. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, so that needs some steel wool putting in it, just a little bit, to break up the air and the, yeah, I don't really know why you put steel wool in them. There's something scientific about it, but honestly, I don't know that much. I need just enough to fill that up, so I got too much. This was $1, 100 yen. Oh wow, okay, the tin snips don't even cut it. Try these bad boys. Oh yeah, regular scissors is where it's at. It's too much. There we go. That's all right. I think that's all I need. Right, so that's that on there. Get my angle grinder tool. We just tighten that back up again. That works really well. Should I get rid of that? Oh, it dries matte. That's a shame. You can still see it, but it's not as blaringly obvious anymore. This is acetone on a rag, and this isn't touching it. Or maybe I need to do it like that. Just do it in the vise. That's not a hard edge, though. Oh, I know what is, though. Put a piece of angle iron in there. Now, the angle iron's going to scratch it. That's the problem. A piece of masking tape on it. Found a short bit, but it's got murderous ends. That's all right. We'll take the murderous ends for 500, thanks. Right, now can I do this without ruining it? I can set this with the depth gauge on this. Yeah, that's 8 millimeters. Okay, that's good. Can you see down in there? I went back in and slotted that fitting so that the oil can get there sooner. Okay, so I pulled it all apart, put it back together again, and here we are, before the battery died. Thank you, GoPro. Can't see in the dark. All action stops once it gets dark, according to GoPro. I don't know where the hell this oil came from, but I'm never going to use it in anything. So I'm going to pour some of this in, leave it overnight, and see if it leaks. Hey, that's cool. Try that again so you can see it. Ready? Watch this. Pour this in. Hey, there's my level. Look at that. Oh, look at it go. That's rad. I love it. That works. That totally works. That's rad. That's more than I could have hoped for. I had no idea I wanted that until that's how it turned out. You know, like, I'd never made one of these before, and it isn't perfect. Like, this end is thinner than this end. But again, you're going to be standing back here. You know, you're going to see it. Plus, it's underneath the engine harness, so you'll notice that I left the in and the out, and you might be surprised, but I did that because I'm not going to remember, and it is important. That is done, and I'm stoked with it. That's sick. I'm going to leave it overnight, and if there's any oil on the bottom, then I'll know that it leaks. It is a new day. How much oil do we have on the ground? Nothing. How much oil is leaking out of here? That's nothing. It doesn't leak, which is fantastic news, which means I can put this in the car. Great, great. Empty the oil out of it first. That was kind of a missed opportunity there. I should have drained it out through this. Should we waste some more oil and piss some people off? Sure, let's do that. That? And there we go. It'd be interesting to see how much is left after this stops dripping because it's not flush with the floor. We've got it in the vice level so we can find out how much oil's left in it when it stops dripping. There might be a millimeter on the bottom, maybe. Let's check it. Let's be a little bit more scientific then. Oh, not that much. Well, I can tell you that what's on the floor is a lot less than what this would be able to read, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, so about 3 mil. Probably driving around too. The oil's gonna move over and stuff, so if there is just a small amount in it, it will fill this up first. I think that's pretty damn good. Right, I don't need this anymore. I don't need you anymore. If we just tilt it just a little bit, can we get all of it? I can see it dripping in there. Yo. Just a little bit of a tilt. Just to show you how little oil's left actually in it. That's all I got. Like, it drains pretty damn well if there's an angle on it. There'd be a little bit more if it's straight, but still, that is good enough for me. I'm happy with that. And that's the main thing. It's actually the only thing that matters in the world is that I'm happy with it. Jeez, I love that lid. So cool. Okay. All right, time to put it back in the car. Okay, cool, that's back in. What about performance-wise? It's really quite close to this aircon line down here, but it's not touching from what I can tell. I said I was going to do this more practically when I put it back together. I didn't. That will work. That's good. It's all put back together. Everything just hides away. I really like it. I can see the oil gauge from here. Can you? I mean, the battery's going to be here. You won't see any of this. Rad.